All right, guys, we're back here at our science lab. Today, we're gonna be going over the formation of fossil fuels. So we have our bags laid out here, different bags representing different types of layers. Our first layer that we're gonna get started with here is this bag. This bag represents dead ferns and other plants from an ancient swamp. So we're gonna go ahead and put that first. Empty that here into our cup. So we wanna make sure that's at the bottom without pressing down on it. So that would represent our dead ferns and other plants from an ancient swamp. What I'm going to be adding here with this sugar are other recent organisms that have just begun to die off and decay at the top of our swamp area. All right, so now we're gonna go over to our journal and go ahead and draw what you see here on the area labeled 1 and answer number 1. So now we're back. Now we have our second layer. Here's our second layer represented by these Cheerios. This is going to be represented as sand from a river. So we'll go ahead and crush these. Fine as we can. And we'll place this on top like so. So this would be our second layer. This second layer formed from a river. Sand that was on a river got eroded onto the swampland over millions of years. So now we're gonna go ahead and draw our second layer and answer number 2. All right, so we're back. This would be our third layer. Our third layer is going to be clay-like material that fell to the bottom of a lake. Yes, again, millions of years later, there was a lake that formed. This is the clay-like material that fell to the bottom of said lake. Place that on top, like so. Okay. Again, this is clay-like material that fell to the bottom of a lake over millions of years. Now we're gonna go ahead and draw our third layer here on our journal, number 3. And let's go ahead and answer number 3. All right, we're back. Our fourth layer. This is going to be represented as, we'll go ahead and crush it, sand blown to the area by wind. And it's very difficult to crush each one. But we'll say this is sand that it got blown in over millions of years on top of our previous layer. We'll crush that and place it on top like so. That will be our fourth. You can see here in our journal, number 4. And we'll answer number 4. All right, so now we have our 4 layers. After we have our 4 layers, we're going to get our second cup and we're going to apply the 2 things that are needed for the formation of fossil fuels: heat and pressure. So heat, obviously my hand is warm, you can see it fogging up already, and the pressure like so. Apply pressure. Like so. So now, on our part 2, after we've applied our heat and pressure, go ahead and draw the layers. You may see that they have been more compressed and compacted after we applied the heat and pressure, so they may only go about halfway. Then go ahead and list some of the changes you've observed. All right, guys, in closing, let's go ahead and answer the back of this student journal. So, key things to remember: anytime we have dead ferns or plants and animals from swampy area, this is always going to be your coal. Yes, coal will always come from plants and animals. Plants and animals in a swampy area. Sand, anytime you see the word sand and they're talking about sedimentary rock or any types of stones, it is going to be sandstone. Anytime you see this word, sandstone. Clay-like material will always give you shale. And again, key word here, what could our answer be? You guessed it. Sandstone. Go ahead and answer 1, 2, and 3 on your own.